タルケルの守り、いつでも使えるぜ。
ウルボザの怒り、いつでも放てるよ。
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to A Bit More Zelda. And no, Alpha, I wasn't idling to let my abilities recharge, but I have to say it is a very nice addition. I'm also out of pins, and that's the wrong button, thank you. Wait, what's the... Oh, there we go. Wait, no. And I can't press my buttons today. I really don't need to mark this, we can just get that later. Unless, of course, that happens to be the shrine in there. Which it isn't. Good. You're out of touch, I'm out of time. You all know I don't need the ones that survive, but it is actually kind of nice. Did I ever go here? Pretty sure I did. No, because I did this shrine, but not the other one yet. The only thing is, this is a very nice place to be, but I can't teleport back up here. But I will look around a bit more to see if I can find more shrines that I haven't done yet. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good time. Streaming a bit late, but you can blame Minecraft for that, and my girlfriend mostly, because I would never be too late. I am a very punctual person who is never, who never lies about things. Anyway, I spent way too much time today researching RAM. It was fun and interesting because I learned some new stuff. It's also a bit stupid because I really didn't need to. Because I was looking at some stuff for my next computer, for my current computer. Because I was doing some tasks today where I was like, I am currently running. I was like loading a large file. It's like 9 gigabytes, and it was a video file effectively. And as I was loading, I could see my RAM just decrease up until it was like 150 megabytes. At which point I realized, I would like to have some more. And I thought, you know what, I would like to buy a new PC next year, or as soon as I have a job, which probably won't be, you know, which won't be this year, ergo next year. Did you just instantly die? Huh. And I was like, you know what, I'll get some good RAM, because I'll benefit from that now. Why could that be? I wonder why I have no job. It might be that whole Corona thing. I don't know. Um, and then I was like, I was like looking at my current motherboard, which is a X99A from Asus. It it only supports up to 2133 megahertz, which is actually pretty low. Why could because it's a fire arrow and he's made of ice. That's why. Hey, look, I don't know what you're what you're actually answering to. Anyway, to what I wanted to say, modern RAM can go up to like over 4,000. I'm planning on buying 3,600, and I thought, you know what, my current PC will surely get a nice boost from that, right? No, that wasn't the case, or it won't be the case. I don't see anything here. I'm just gonna ignore this place and go to my my horse. Sorry, Nacho, can you stop commenting? I'm chatting with other people here. I'll just go and speak louder then. I could very easily do that, just to make sure I disrupt your conversation as much as I possible. Since you are German, you're probably speaking to German people. So I could speak very bad German if you want, just to be even more annoying. Chatting with other people here. No, you said that could get your English together there, Alpha. Here could refer to you as a person in general and not to a location. So, sorry. It could, but it doesn't. Yeah, but how am I supposed to know that? And if you want to talk to yourself, then sure, go ahead. But yeah, I'm still gonna buy 32 gigs of RAM. I'm just distracting you. What a guy. I'm Hey there, Max. Indeed, it is Zelda. I'm probably gonna still buy the larger amount of RAM because it's not like it won't work with if you have a higher clock speed. And the larger size will benefit me. I'll the current plans for my PC is to actually partially buy a new one and give the old one to my girlfriend. So I just put the the old RAM aside and put it back in once I give it to her. Because it's not bad RAM, it's just that I would like some more right now. I do like the area. It was a bit annoying because I wasn't sure if I was able to get cold clothing, but I was, so I'm perfectly happy. Is that combat? No, it's not. Yeah, it's a weird ball thingy. It's wind. But yeah, looking into that RAM stuff, it's like I thought I knew a decent amount of things about RAM, but I was wrong. I was extremely wrong. There's so much more that I didn't know about. So... Oh, it's gonna be one of those. Yeah, I see. So if we put it here, it'll get blown inside. Wait, it won't. Wait. So if this is like one of the other ones we did, this is easily cheesable. We did another puzzle that was extremely similar last stream, I think. Oh, nope. Perspective. We're not playing in VR here. There we go. There we go. It's literally the same as one we did before. Gee, I wonder how I could get there. Right, Pichu. There we go. Yeah, so there's a lot more stuff that actually arises with RAM than I thought. Wait, what was run again? Yeah, it's B. Oh, come on. Can't jump on you, can I? I'll just grab the cube. My girlfriend's watching here, and she is extremely anxious, I would say, about everything I do, which is extremely funny. Yeah, so there's some other stuff, like ranks of memory, which apparently seems to matter a lot more than normal with Ryzen. But thankfully, it's not something I have to look into myself, really. There we go. Because I have there are other people who do that, so I'll probably just take a look at what they found with Ryzen 5000. And just buy that already. Because the current project will last until February, so actually having increased amounts of RAM is going to be beneficial. The only downside is I have to run every single one of my benchmarks again, which is, well, that's not actually exactly the worst thing ever. Ironically, the speed won't be different, and the capacity increase isn't going to matter for those benchmarks, but I still have to do it, because otherwise you're, being a shitty scientist, because it could matter. But all my other hardware stuff's will only have to wait until next year, because I'm currently looking at spending around 1,300 euros, which I don't have right now. But my internship should, in theory, pay around 500 a month, so I'll be able to buy it afterwards, because that's going to last 4 months. I see your girlfriend has a lot of confidence in you. She's extremely anxious. No, she's just a scaredy cat. That's why. Hey there, stable. Let's actually get the horse there. We're not gonna dump it yet, but I would like to switch out the bridle. I think I can do that here. Well, sorry, I can do that at any. In theory, any, but I think a special person needs to be there. Hey there, buddy. What you buying? I don't need your arrows. Don't need any of these really, so go away. Can I? Oh yeah, I've got the sword here now, so I guess people are gonna respond differently now. Hey, what do we have? Salt, mushroom, and rice, which is just a rice ball. What do you mean, Max? If one was a Stal horse. Is that a skeleton horse? Huh. Sure. Need the lizards to upgrade you. Yeah! Stal Goblins in the North Tavanta snowfield. Some have reported it all the way on the other side in front of those bizarre ruins. Well, I think it's, yeah, right here. Or, I think she means these ruins? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, no matter. We will, Hey, doggo. Well, we already found the shrine next to you, so I'm just gonna ignore you. I am gonna steal these apples. Oh, ball berries. Sure. Some wood, which I'll steal, because screw you. Another dog. Wait, it was only 10 rupees per critter? I thought it was like 100. Well, I guess you meant the bottom one is 100, that's true. But you are right that they are cheap, so might as well just get all of them. Maybe I should go for the one near the volcano to see if he sells the lizard, because I think he does. let's go. There we go. Yeah, I've spent with the RAM server with regards to ranks, that there's a whole bunch of extra stuff related to RAM speed, like motherboard topology, like how the RAM slots are traced, like how the traces are laid out to the CPU, for example, and some other stuff that I never thought would be relevant. It is kind of, but I don't know to what extent. It looks like that would be a... Oh, yeah. Hey. You. Go away. Yeah, so I'm not sure to what extent it's relevant, because I think the examples that the guy gave were a bit exaggerated. And I also don't really plan on doing much overclocking. I could look into it. Is that a Lionel? I really don't want to fight Lionels. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do alright, but I really don't want to. They're just plain annoying. There we go. I actually posted the current setup that I plan to buy in my own Discord, in the programming channel. It's there's a link there, but nothing is really surprising there. 50A, 5900X, 32 gigs of RAM, a pretty generic motherboard. I really want a super large C drive, because I've been struggling with a way too small one for years now. I have a 250 gigs main drive, and I had some issues, so I actually bought a larger one to deal with some issues. So I just get to use a larger one. But when I installed that, I had some issues with it that kind of made me not want to use that again. So I used it as a main drive for fear of stability issues. It's still useful because it just offloaded a whole bunch of programs to that new NVMe drive. Royal Broadsword. That is 42 with the tech up 6. I was about to say I can just ditch this, but it's actually useful. There we go. So, you know, what's the point with you? I'm guessing you were gonna have to drag you up and then lock you somewhere? Well, yeah, there we go. So those are gonna stop it from falling. Oh, there's a key gonna be in here, right? Yeah. Well, that wasn't very difficult. I'm gonna quickly check if there's more chests around, because I think there might be. Just like on the side where you can fly down to them. But yeah, so all my PC crap talk is useless, because I'm not gonna buy any of it until I have a job. And if I don't get a job, I'll buy it with my internship money, which is going to take until July anyway. And by then, stuff may have changed, because Intel's rumored to actually release their new stuff, I think, start next year? Is the 1100 series? Sorry, 11,000 series even. maybe it'll be better because I think they have a rumored 20% I instructions per clock increase as well. If I very vaguely remember that, which is the same that AMD had basically. Because AMD is actually the best for gaming right now, which feels very weird. But we'll have to see if that's still the case then. Because I'm not, I prefer AMD, but I'm still running a 2070. Then again, okay, the AMD is offering them for crap. And I'm running at 5820K. Depends on the game. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, like, the extra cores that AMD would give me, combined with, like, an over 50% dominance, basically would make AMD, like, the choice. Because you aren't wrong there, of course. Like, if you're the title that you spent thousands of hours in as an increase in Intel, yeah, I would probably go for that. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm looking at, because I play a huge variety of games, and I stream. So I was already planning on going with, AMD if I had to choose between the 10,000 series and a 3,000, 10,000 Intel and 3,000 AMD. But I don't have to, because now the choice, right now, the choice is between 5,000 AMD. It's another goddamn Lionel, and it's one of the most difficult ones as well. I'm just gonna run. There's a Lionel horn there, which I really like, but I also would like to not die. So why does this horse refuse to giddy? I assume that it's because it's not liking me, or it's... Actually not sure why. Anyway, we're at the labyrinth. There we go. They're not meaningfully behind in any games. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's percentage points. It's too big. Really? It can't run? Huh, interesting. I did not know that. Anyway, it's actually the same with RAM by Max. It's like, I was looking at a few Gamers Nexus graphs, and it was like, the difference between the top and the bottom across different CPUs RAM-wise, so even with Ryzen, which benefits from better RAM, was 32 seconds compared to 33 seconds in an artificial benchmark. In games, it mattered more, but they're games, so they're gonna really depend on the CPU as well. It was for 3000 series though. Yes, it was. But it was also like across multiple platforms, which shows that in those cases at least RAM wouldn't really matter. That of course doesn't say anything about the 5000 series. But I don't expect... Oh, crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't expect it to, like, significantly... Could you actually, like, yeah, be a little bit quicker there? No eye to shoot, though? Yeah, wait, I wonder where the eye to shoot is. Oof. But that's also why I, on the one hand, I would really like that more RAM, like, now. It's a bit stupid, because I kind of got into the mindset of I need this RAM right now, which is always really dumb. But I have that idea in my head now. So I kind of don't want to wait, but I kind of really should wait to make sure to get the best one, because if the price difference between different sets of RAMs, like maybe 10 to 20 bucks. No, not exactly irrelevant. A very relevant amount. But if I can save it, would like that. So if the 5000 benchmarks, the RAM benchmarks come out, and it's like, yeah, you can buy this 30 euro more expensive set and get 0.5% performance increase, not gonna bother. But if it's like 5%, yeah, probably will. Because I suspect I'll be using this computer, that computer for the next, I would say, 5 to 10 years. Because this computer is now 5 years old as well. It feels a bit weird to actually be able to see the map, because we did at least the last one without. And should... Hey, it's a luminous stone. Why would that be there? Sneaky. Yeah, so I'm not extremely gonna be buying on performance base, but I will go for a 2x16 kit. It was a real so set that was basically the best. You could go for a 4x8. But it won't matter if these 16 gigabytes are... Could you disable the shrine sensor? I could. I should. I will. How do I do that again? It's you, and then there is Sheikah sensor. Turn that off. So yeah, it's just I will look more into the RAM stuff later when a review comes out, because as much as I really want to buy new shiny RAM, I also know it won't matter that much. The application that I'm working on, did I already found the solution, by the way? Did I do it again? No. Last time we did a labyrinth, I just kind of stumbled on the solution, which is a bit stupid. You really don't have to disable it, just max OCDing it up. No, I don't mind, but if I don't care either way, why would I leave it enabled if he asks to disable it? Like, because on the one hand, he's not gonna be super annoying if I leave it enabled, but on the other hand, why would I be belligerent and leave it enabled just because? Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll order RAM in a week when the Gamers Nexus review is out. I assume it will be out within a week, because otherwise I don't really want to wait longer. I was talking about my application itself. It does not really depend on speed. My motherboard and chipset is limited anyway in speed, but the extra capacity will just be a nice to have. Purely because well, like, I'm gonna have to rerun some stuff on my large data sets anyway. And I don't want to have to, like, oh, I have to close almost everything now because I have to load a 9 gigabyte file because I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Like, I would say over 10 gigs is generally already used up. Which means it doesn't really leave much space for a 9 gig file to be loaded. Why are there so many arrows here? Huh. You really aren't the brightest in the bunch, are you? Ah, that was stupid. Could you? Yeah, try and catch me, you idiots. Wait, did it just... Must have been the wind. An Edge of Duality. Oh, it's one of these. Nice. Attack up plus 12 is pretty good, though. This thing is almost broken, so I'll just fight these two, and then it'll be gone. What do you know? It's gone. Let's just use a one that I just got, because it's pretty quick here. But yeah, so my application won't really matter. Still nice to have, though. It's one of those things I'm actually really glad that AMD... You could empty out the Master Sword, that's true. But that will never take up a slot, and that Lionel one was already almost broken, so it wouldn't really have mattered anyway. But... point still stands. Yeah, so... Since back in the bad old days of crappy Intel practices, they used to limit the amount of RAM speed that a certain CPU would support on the cheaper variants, just because they could. They knew that people would want the higher speeds, so if it convinced one person to buy a higher one, it was worth it in their case, because Intel is shitty. Well, is and was shitty. So my 400 euro CPU, which is of the like enthusiast grade, Intel speak by the way, only supports up to 2133 megahertz, which is not that much. Why? Yeah, just because. Thankfully, AMD decided to say no, screw that. We're not going to do that because we're not stupid, and we need a reason for people to buy us over Intel. And they just removed all limitations like overclocking and RAM speeds, which are like, because then Intel kind of started doing the same, which, you know, is always, in the end, the consumer always wins in these cases. So, the newer CPUs don't have that limitation as far as I know. I have to admit that I'm not exactly going in depth on the newer ones, their memory channels, but, you know. It's nice to know that it won't be a factor, and it's also why I'm buying the higher speed RAM without it being useful right now. No, it's actually kind of funny because the whole master, it's actually just decharged anyway. It's empty anyway. Discharged words. Is that where we need to go? No, that's just the other end. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. It was actually a surprise to actually see that I could only get up to that speed of RAM. Because it's really not something I expected of the enthusiast grade, but you know. Intel, man. What a crappy company. Wait, there's something in here though. Let's climb up. Am I wearing anything? No, I'm wearing no climber gear, which explains why I'm climbing so slowly. There, that's better. But yeah, the computer I'm gonna buy, I mentioned the 5900X. What else? Anything of note? Not really. I haven't looked into motherboards that much because I actually did a ton of research for that for my old PC. It doesn't really matter these days. I'm just gonna check if it has the if it has this larger amount of onboard M.2 slots, because I have 3 M.2 drives if I buy the new one, which I will. Actually, I'm gonna need a plug-in card because I'm gonna get an M.2 main drive for my girlfriend, but the onboard slot for my current the current M.2 slot on my motherboard is broken. Oh, I could have just walked through here. I guess I probably already did that, just didn't see. It's broken, and that's really stupid, but that's just the way it is. Did you not? Thank you. I assume this just leads back to the start-ish. Well, this is... I'm not entirely aimless walking around here, but it might as well be. Yeah, so I might have to actually buy another plug-in card, because I already have one for my current computer. A plug-in card for M.2 drives. There's actually some really stupid hardware with those available. If you want, you can spend, was it 2,000 euros on 8 gigabytes of M.2, 8 terabytes of M.2 drives with 4 of them in a RAID, the parallel RAID that allows for truly ludicrous speeds. It's extremely overkill because 2,000 euros. Oh, it's a fake. Damn it. Ugh. Get out of here. Wow, 25 rupees. 26 rupees. What an amazing amount. And there's some really stupid stuff available these days for computers. You also have new, like, sub-ambient coolers. I don't know what they exactly use, but Intel made some really impressive sub-ambient cooling, which is not something you can normally really achieve. But They have this really wacky looking water cooler that basically achieves it. I think you can actually use it to reach like 0-degree temperatures on a on just a pretty simple setup, which is actually kind of impressive. It's complete overkill for anyone, really. Like, unless you truly have too much money to spend. But at that point, you know, you... sorry, if you have too much money to spend, you could actually pay someone to, like, do the overclocking for you. Maybe it's worth it then. They used the thermal... I think so, too. I saw the video from Linus Tech Tips about it, but I was, like, listening with only half an ear. So I don't remember too much about it. Let me quickly check what I have and haven't checked out. Yeah, so quite a bit actually. Should probably check out this section here a bit better after we did this. After we'll do this. Yeah, nothing here as I expected. I see the cooler itself draws like 200 watts. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of power. Not exactly surprising because subambient cooling does require a bit of trickery to achieve. That's a waste of power. That's why I also said, okay, it's not per se why, but an extra reason why it would really only be for people who have more money than sense. Because, like, I don't know how expensive those coolers are. I assume they aren't cheap. But if you really want to use it, you'd have to, yeah, so we have to go there, basically. Which I can just climb over. Just don't care. When you're seeing a 10 power waste, yeah, exactly. Like, when you're using a 3090 and you have a 10900K, you're already overclocking. Like, that extra power isn't gonna matter. My motherboard doesn't support OCing. Oh, yeah. One of those old Intel shells. I don't want to. That's not what I wanted to say. But the old Intel victim. Yeah, like at that point, you just buy a 1600 watt power supply and it won't even matter. Funnily enough, at the lab I'm working at, one of their PCs was like having some weird issues, stability issues, and it was because they actually put in so many hard drives and other like microscope control crap that it was like overdrawing the power supply, and they had to buy a bigger one. Because like it's not something you would like. Okay, you know the issue, Max. I have the same with like VODs. So they're large video files. I can see through the edge there, Nintendo. What did you do? That's a bit sloppy. It's a ladder. Oh, interesting. That's actually kind of neat. All right. Well, we could always just not bother fighting those. Yeah. So like, if you have VODs, you already have a lot of data. Now, think about microscopy data. It is, I wouldn't say hundreds of times larger, but you create a fuck ton more. It's like one measurement could be, well, 25 gigs, well, more, a few hundred gigabytes easily. And then you do like, 10 in a row, and that's you. And then your lab, you're the other guy in the lab. But yeah, I saw blew most of the jelly. It's a bit of a shame. Forgot that you can blow up items in this game. Yeah, so you need so much goddamn space. Because especially the type of measurements that I'm working on called super resolution microscopy, that like also requires, Basically, the largest amount of data that a type of measurement could. Because per experiment, you're doing tens of thousands of frames worth of measurements. Did you check behind the box? No, because I assume that's where you would enter that area, but I can go back. I was lazy and bought a pre-built. The base parts were good enough. I'd rather not pay an extra $100 a month for electricity. Well, the thing with so funnily enough, my father, who is actually he works for a giant IT company in the Netherlands, and he is their vendor manager. So he needs to know about stuff like power draw. It was like, oh, Nitro, you have a 1,000-watt PSU in your PC, so you alone are constantly using 1,000 watts. I'm like, what the hell are you? I didn't actually expect that. Like, it's complete nonsense. Yeah, we're full, but I've got a crappy shield advantage. So it's total nonsense. So the power usage scales with, what you're doing with your computer. So even if you overclock your computer, like if you were a complete and utter moron, you would actually pin it at the highest frequency, but no one does that, and it's never the default either. So even if you would have paid for the overclockable version, it still wouldn't draw extra power all the time, only when it's actually needed. And if you're doing video games, if it's GPU bottlenecked, it won't even do that either. Because the thing with CPU overclocking is that the extra speed allows for very snappy responses when it's needed. But it won't be pinned at that. For me, it would actually be pinned at that, because when I'm processing files, it's for my thesis, yes, it's going to be pinned at 100%. But it's also going to be 10% faster. So the actual extra power draw is very difficult to say. Unless you're going to ridiculous numbers, I wouldn't say it's going to cost you a super large amount of extra energy in your monthly bill. So you're saying your dad is bad at his job? Oh, nice. We actually got Barbarian leg wraps. That's really, really good. No, he's not. He is very much not bad at his job. He just, never really cares about power. What he does is he doesn't personally build servers. He just goes to a client, asks, what do you want? And then he says, okay, I know what kind of servers we need. Do we need ones with tons of cores? Do we need ones with tons of GPUs? And he also does like stuff like licensing. Because like Microsoft, for example, shifted their licensing from a per CPU socket to a per core basis. Because, there were CPUs got more and more cores instead of more physical CPUs. And like he was the guy who dealt with that change. Yeah, but I would use it. I can't help but run games at the highest of a V possible, even if it's artificial. But no. The thing is, a lot of games, for example, are GPU bound. And at that point, your CPU won't be using that extra power. And thus, you won't be, having a power drawback from a higher overclock. And if you're saying, okay, I do actually want to run it at the highest, then sure, it will matter. But the funny thing is that if you really want to spend a ton of time, you can dial in your power settings as well. It is if your GPU is good, then it's, the CPU power draw isn't going to matter that much. It's not like it's going to double. It's going to be like, on a yearly basis, maybe a tenner in extra power draw usage. Yeah, the thing, what I want to say about power is that, especially with GPUs, for example, with AMD, it was extremely common to actually undervolt. It looks like there's something there. To undervolt your GPU, because it was actually common for AMD GPUs to actually perform better, like be able to hit a higher a higher performance target with a lower power target. So, yeah, don't care. So you could just like on the AMD tool, just click the auto undervolt button. It would keep the same performance and just use less power, or you could spend a little bit of time overclock it yourself and still undervolt it, allowing for just basically free performance, literally free. Don't even have to pay for extra power. Oh, you're just a balloon. Oh. Let's see, what else do we have? I'd like to go here. Can I just abandon my horse? I can abandon Big Knickers. It'll be fine. But, power isn't really something I look into these days. It's not gonna be an issue unless you go out of your way to make it an issue, basically. Or unless you need like a 3090. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do a double check with if my okay, it's actually I want to say I'm gonna do a power check of my current PSU would be good enough, or if I would be able to buy like a, because I'm gonna build a new PC, which means I need another PSU no matter what. But I think the current one is 850 watts. If my new PC would make better use of that than the current one, what I could do is just buy a cheaper one, put it in here, just redo the cable management because I probably sucked at it 5 years ago, and then put that one in my new case. Spent like 500 on it alone. Yeah, so did I. A bit more even. I got a 2070, not even a super, which sucked, but I got a 2070, so wasn't cheap either. Thought there were remains for a second, but they were just, oh. Huh. Guardian. Are you alive? Nope. Are you attacking me? Go away. 2070 Super. I was extremely annoyed because yes, shut up. I spend like, I spend just a normal amount. Normal. Oh, you're actually alive. I spent a normal amount on it. But I got one like just before the 2070 Supers were announced, and I wouldn't be really annoyed by that if it was like a TI launch, because those are just more expensive, But no, it was just a drop-in replacement. It really annoyed me. But depending on what kind of GPU my girlfriend wants, I might sell her, no, not for full price, but sell her the 2070s in this case, and then buy like a 3070 myself. Of course, that's gonna cost me money in the end, so I need to see how I'm gonna do that exactly, because I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, just pay full price for this 2-year-old card against my girlfriend. I'm gonna. That was sloppy on my end. I should actually not do. I'm being extremely sloppy right now. Could you not? To say the 3070 is crazy good for its price. That's actually the reason why all those new cards sold out like crazy. Is because compared to the previous generations, like they were actually good value for the money. Like the 2000 series, like I got a I had a 290, an AMD 290, a pretty old card for that, and it was unstable. So, double reason to actually buy a new one. But because of that, I got it, but it wasn't it wasn't a terribly exciting generation. So compared to that, yeah, the 3070 is amazing. Even the 3080, you know, an 800 euro card is good value compared to the crap we had before. Like, if the 2000 was a bad card, I wouldn't have bought it. I still did. Who's shooting at me? You. Yeah, your aim is even worse than mine. Really shouldn't have said that. Wait, so you are on fire? Okay, that's a bit weird. 2070 Super is pretty decent, just not magic. Yeah, but the thing is, the magic sauce that Nvidia use is genuinely impressive for their newest cards. The thing about the 2000 series is that they were still released alongside a really weird series of like 1660 Ti's, for example. So they had this pretty weird setup, and it wasn't exactly clear what the value was behind RTX yet. You did have stuff like RTX Voice, which was already pretty good, and is actually one of the reasons why I'd still go for an Nvidia card. But now with like Nvidia Broadcast and more games supporting ray tracing, it's becoming more and more of something that, you know, is more than just a gimmick. Still kind of is, but not, you know, a bad gimmick. Where's my Korok reward? Come on, I want a super shitty reward for getting all the way up here. Where are you? Just more enemies. Why did I do this? But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I might grab a 3000 series card if it works out with what Ava wants. Well, while we're up here, I could check for. Oh, hey. Huh. That is the first Oxrock I killed with a sword, I think. I probably won't be buying the 3000 series. We'll most likely pick up a 4000 in 2+ years as an upgrade. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about as well. Like, the thing is, in the end, like, either Ava or me will have to get a new GPU. Like, there's just no doubt about that. Unless I somehow run into another one that's actually, you know, decent. One of us will have to get a new one. But personally, I'm not going to get a 3000 series to replace a 2000 series. Like, I'm not made of money, damn it. I wish I was. But I'm not, you know, that's life. Would you, screw that, please? Thank you. But, CPU upgrade is way more important. There we go. Got him. Ah, great. That was sloppy. Did you let me actually charge this up? Thank you. I like just a bit too slow all the time. It's really annoying me. Because if I just get this off, I could do that. Yeah, and just electrocute the whole bunch. Just get rid of most of them. There we go. Screw you. I'm gonna take your weapon and just whack them. There we go. Oh, we just. God. He just kicked me in the crotch and I die. Thank you. First time I died in a while as well. So Nitro, yesterday, did you lie like the dirty communist you are, or did you betray your master and cause? Or did you betray your master and cause like a filthy capitalist? The answer is yes. I'm just gonna ignore all this crap because there's no real reason for me to even be here. Just gonna roll this down here because there's probably some reason to do so. I did both endings actually. I preferred the good ending where we nuked all of Europe, which is way better than the ending where America wins. Come on. What? Oh, it went right. Went in the hole right on time. Yeah, goodbye. Screw this. Ah, beautiful. Let's see. There's a few more things we can do. What I have marked right now isn't really much. I don't even know what you're marked for. Oh, you're marked because of special stag we need to find. And you're marked because I found a shrine there. What are you even for? Captured memories. Huh. No, it's because it's just always there, I think. And I know there was something in here. Yeah, there we go. Something I wanted to do there. Sorry for that buzz. That I thought I turned that off. Let's do that again. Also, we just managed. Well, we crossed 50 hours in this game. I'm pretty sure, which is the longest I've ever played a single Zelda game as well. Man, what a day. Because there was a weapon here, right? Yeah, you. What's the point of you? Oh yeah, your weapon stash is full. Well, your bone was broken anyway. Longer than you have in Link to the Past? You know, wait, what? Oh, it's one hit KO. Huh. I'm just thinking, because Link to the Past original was like 6 hours, maybe 7. It's even rounded up to 10, just for good measure. Okay, so it's one hit KO for both sides. I would have needed to do like 20 runs or so of a randomizer, which is actually not extremely, unlikely. Okay, I'm going to Sheen Long with his power. Sure. Let's go whack a few. Let's use to die for me. Loses Sheen and power after 2 consecutive uses, but will eventually regain both. Wait, there are 4 monster bases. Wait, so we have to clear 4 monster bases, but it gets exhausted after 2 hits. Isn't that extremely useless? Oh, we also have the bow, of course, so let's go to the forest one first. I'm guessing it's we're locked out of any other weapon as well. We're not. I'm a bit confused here, but this is how you have to defeat them with the weapon. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. No, see, we can't equip them. Government's asking me if I decided to do DLC. I knew this is DLC quest, but it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, I thought the DLC stuff would only become available after the rest was done, which I was wrong. But it's fine. I'm not gonna, like, I never said I was never gonna do DLC. I think I did say I wouldn't do DLC before, but... But I thought it was all, like, post-Ganon defeats? But I guess it's a bit weird because... You can tell me this, though. Does the game, like, end if you defeat Ganon? Like, is it ending, or is it, like, gonna be one of those, oh, you saved Hyrule, but you can still do whatever the hell you want? Okay, so McGovern's saying it's ends. I guess it recharges a lot very quickly here. Also, is this the weapon that you would basically use to defeat the Lynel? Well, the Lynel, I mean a Lynel. Oh, come on! I'm pretty sure I whacked him there, but I guess it was just outside of reach. I've actually got no idea. Huh. You can continue if I recall correctly, but I've never played Breath of the Wild myself. Well, my government says you can't continue, which is fine because just make a save beforehand and then just, you know, go back there. So you do have the bow, which feels a bit weird, but... Yeah, whack. Oh, go. Oh my... okay, what? Oh, great, so we just have to... Whew! A bit closer than it should have been, really. Get out of here. All I'm up to put you back right before the final boss fight. Okay, that's fine. Basically means that, yeah, you can just go do Ganon if you want to, and I'll just put you back. Not that I plan on doing Ganon. As you might imagine, like, killing Ganon will make for an extremely appropriate end to Breath of the Wild. I think you're the last one here, buddy. Oh, so it actually marks the enemies left. Does it? Why are you not clearing out? Is there one more in this tree or something? I do see more there, but I don't know if it's the same base. Oh yeah, there's a guy up here. No need to see me. Get out of here. Freenig bow. Really bad. What? What the hell is that? Is that a shrine? Do I have to complete the shrine to actually mark it? What? Kill Ganon with a Korok leaf. How about no? The Yoakaita shrine. I'm pretty sure you can. Just sounds like a really bad idea. I ironically the thing I'm really looking forward to most actually watching some speedruns of Breath of the Wild because I haven't ever done that in the past, years, 3 years since the game was released. Um oh. Oh boy. Huh. Yeah, this wasn't the best idea I've ever had. I don't know why I expected there to be solid ground there. It wasn't really the best idea. Yeah, I look forward, from what I've heard, beating Ganon when you've completed the other stuff in the game is trivial. So I look forward to, having an easy time for once in the game. Not that anything with me is ever trivial, but Oh, there was a chest there. Oh my god, I actually made it. No! Fucking hell. Perspective, my dude. Okay. Yeah, and then it's easier the more the beast you defeat that's even not accounting for you becoming stronger. Yeah. This fell out. Great. Come on. Just to be very slow. Frickin' physics, man. Alright, so... Yeah, I know I can just get it out normally. I could have grabbed it on normally, but I don't care. And I know I could have magnetoed onto it anyway, but... I think we need the small one, so... Oh, gee. Like, this movement is sometimes really weird because what you're pulling around has very little to no weight. Ah, come on. I knew it was gonna pull me to the side if I... Doesn't matter though. What? Slow. Very slow, come on. There we go. Ah, I see. Sneaky. There needs to be a larger one because all the smaller ones were just. Wait, no. Does it need to be like a? You like fall out? Thank you. Pretty sure you won't work. Yeah, it needs to be the medium-sized one. There we go. Well, I guess there's only... Yeah, that one. Well, I guess there's only two, so... Oh, interesting. Oh, that was up pretty close, actually. Just have to wait a bit. This isn't gonna... This is one of those puzzles that's mostly just annoying and not actually, like, difficult. Like, oh yeah, there we go. It will go off the edge if you don't stop it in time. There we go. It's even funnier than you think when you think about the fact Zelda's watching you the entire time. Like, you run a Ganon within 30 minutes, waking up with no pants and beat his ass with ease. Attack up Phoenix Bow. think we picked up a Phoenix Bow here, yeah. Get out of here. And the other side, you know, she is watching you go around, do all these random garbs like you've beaten everything we could ask of you. Could you please go and save the world? Like, no. I need these goddamn Korok seeds. So, I don't remember. Someone said how many DLC shrines there were. I think there were 12 DLC shrines. This is one of them. Oh, we have 12. Yeah, maybe I should go turn some of those in someday. Maybe. A 69 Korok seeds. What a meme. Come on. Yes. So you're done. Let's go to. Yeah, I'll just do like a round like this. Torches. So for the last few days, I've actually been trying to play I was way too close. Been trying to play Manifold Garden, which is a really interesting perspective puzzle game that ITF clerk recommended, but the controls are actually broken, and I've tried to figure out like what could be a way to fix it, and it's so weird. Like because I was having some issues with the view being pulled to a certain side. And normally the solution for that is just unplug your controllers and you'll be fine. Didn't work on my end. And then I looked into it a little bit more detail, like, okay, what happens if I do plug in my controller and change some settings? Because the speed with which your view is pulled to the top left isn't consistent. It is actually more... What is over here? Oh. It is actually more if you turn VSync off, and thus the frame rate is higher. So rock goes between the trees, you might get a Korok. Wait, which trees? Here. Oh, you mean those trees? Well, we could always try. God. Yeah, this really is stupid. Wonderful. Oh yeah, we can only equip the one-hit obliterator as well. Oh no. Well, you know, it doesn't. In the end, it didn't really matter. Well, there is a lot of random crap that gives you a Korok, because you know they did have to stuff goddamn 900 of the damn things. Don't think it's even moving. Well, it's pretty close. Oh, come on, Link, you weak bitch. Like, sure, let me try this weapon. I wonder how good it does. Infinite damage, so I wonder if it just like bounces it infinitely far. Nope, but it also doesn't break. Sorry to disappoint there. You were wrong. I also can't aim. Can I? What? Why did it not open it? Oh well. Oh, I know, Max, but it wouldn't have mattered. Oh well, no matter. Actually need to go over there. Oh, you have a Quarksy, the trio looked like goalposts from the top. Yeah, they kind of did. Anyway, let's carry on, make a save. Probably would autosave anyway, but... Oh, there's none in here? The chest's already gone. Interesting. Oh well, no matter. Come on. Yeah, so Manifold Garden, what I was saying about that is that it's really weird the way it acted. So when I plug in a controller, it so yeah, when I turn VSync on and off, it actually changes how much it drags you to the side. It's a lot lower with VSync turned turned on because the frame rate's lower. So it's a per frame rate thing, which is not very strange for input-based stuff. What is really weird is that it actually cares about southpaw settings. So when you turn it to southpaw, instead of moving with the right, looking with the right thumbstick, you move with the right thumbstick. So what happens then is that I walk to a certain side instead of always looking to a certain side. You know, kind of what you would expect. However, when I then unplug the controller, it doesn't do that anymore. So somehow it is not parsing. It's not parsing the controller input as actual controller input when you're using mouse and keyboard. Wait, what? Oh, there were bees. I didn't see that. That's really stupid. Goddamn bees. Reminds me of the start of Spirit Tracks. Goddamn bees. Yeah, so when a controller is plugged in, it with Southpaw, it moves you around. And then as soon as you unplug the controller, it just starts looking around again. I just don't understand the way it works. Because I've had issues like that before where a certain controller input will like drag your view to the side, but it usually gets fixed by unplugging it, but not here. It doesn't work. I genuinely have no idea why. And the guy who made the game, he actually, he was actually sure. Well, oh, I wanted to jump to the side there, but I was jumped up. So in all fairness, he did respond pretty quickly. But they say, yeah, we normally have this with like flight controllers and paddles, like things you like large peripherals that might do it. But no, I unplugged everything, every single controller. I unplugged basically every single USB device that I didn't need. I unplugged, and still it happened. They say they're working on a solution where they just disable every single extra device from parsing from giving inputs, but it's yeah, I just want to play the damn game. And it feels a bit frustrating, like, oh, you start it up, you make a new save, oh yeah, it doesn't work. Ah, really got burned. Damn it. Today I learned the word palimony. Comes out of suing for monetary reparation when not married. Wait, what? Palimony? Never heard of that. I've heard of alimony, but not palimony. Let's try that again without being banned, maybe this time. Yeah, I'm a bit annoying because Manifold Garden looks really neat. Can't play it right now. It is on consoles, but I really don't want to buy a game again. Is alimony? Well, I got that, but of course it has no AoE effect. It stuns things. That makes some sort of sense. It's dangerous to approach enemies when you're low on hearts. Yeah. Thanks there, buddy. Fine, very good advice. Where did he go? Man, where are my alarm sounds from ugh, damn it. From Call of Duty Black Ops. God, that game was so weird. It actually had a good story, which surprised me. It was really dumb, but it was good. Um, they had this really weird these Hitman-esque sections, which is like good. In theory, they were good. The execution was utter ass. I'm not sure if anyone saw. Well, okay, I know people saw the stream, but I'm not sure if you saw the stream. But they had these really weird moments where you could like see a hint of good game design over the horizon, and then it would just, not pull the trigger. It just wouldn't let you do the stuff you wanted to do, which turns out kind of feels crap. Kind of feels like crap. And it really sucked because of that. I remember the mission in question where I was really enjoying it. I was like, okay, I want to do more of this. I want to continue doing what I'm doing right now. The game was like, now you don't. And said you're carrying on to the next section right now. And that was absolutely horrible. Come on, turn around. Good enough. Fine, there we go. Where's the rest? I'll take this meat. I should not step in the fire though. There he is. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, this is a very strangely designed game. I mean, the whole mission made no sense. You're as a bunch of Americans infiltrating the KGB, guns blazing, but you know, what do I know about Soviet Russia? I've never been there. Funny enough, that the area they showed off in the game is a museum right now, because the Avdish actually recognized it, because he lives in Moscow, which I thought was kind of neat. Ah, what a shame that I can't travel because of the Rona. You know, otherwise I would have been in Moscow right now sipping vodka. Oops. Crap. There we go. What do we have? It's a lot easier to get reference photos of a museum. Well, the thing is, it like made sense. It wasn't like the museum location wouldn't make sense otherwise. Like they took the actual. So can I use you? Yeah. Ah, you're a climbing block. You'll just rock back and forth. What? I pressed jump there, game. Screw you. Let's try that again. Alright, let's do it from the other side as well. Wait, oh, it reverted back to that? Sure. Oh, it didn't go anywhere. What a surprise. Oh yeah, of course, I forgot about that. Physics in Zelda games doesn't exist. I really doubt you can just infiltrate the KHB like that even with a sleeper agent, unless your agent is mega high ranked. There must be some check and balance to combat against moles. Well, that's ironically one of the points. The guy you were, like, the mole, not even a sleeper agent, the mole, 35. This was, how much? Not worth it, that's what it is. The mole was actually a high-ranking guy. He was the head of security in the KGB. But then the whole point is that, okay, they're tightening security even more because they know that there is a mole. So, then the whole point is that, okay, so, they know the mole. You do some stuff to get around that. You know, fair enough. Oh, they're metal chains. But how do I... Oh, I need to fly, of course. But the stupid thing is that, like, you, you, like, manage to escape. Like, okay, you can get there, fine, you know, I can understand the USA being able to smuggle a few people inside. Oh, well, let's go play Indiana Jones. I can understand the head of security, you know, strange that he is even a mole, but fair enough. Oh, I need to be careful so I don't even stub my toe here. You know, fair enough. Okay, assume that they managed to get into a bunker. Fair enough, but like the whole point is to find some records. You go down the super secure elevator, and instead of like trying to bluff your way, to do everything over again. Oh yeah, you can't save. Wait, no, you can save inside dungeons. Ah, switch to that as well. Like the issue, the issue was mostly that like as soon as you enter the bunker, instead of like trying to like bluff your way through it, you just immediately go guns blazing, and you somehow manage to escape as well. Like this, the literal KGB headquarters, and somehow you just manage to bumble your way to the end. And you also escape, like, in some Lada car, you know, just you manage to walk out of there. There's no deadlocks or anything. Oh yeah, you also use gas, so you commit a few war crimes as well. But you know, oh wait, this is a shield which we don't usually use. So all in the day of an American spy. The fact they didn't watch it more closely when they were considered that there is a higher ranking mole. So what you actually discover is that they were actually onto you, and they were like about to find evidence that you did it. You then like change it to another guy, and you can actually frame him later. Like there, you do this whole thing where you gather poison and you change his. I'm just gonna do this later. With when I have actual health. It won't matter there, stupidly. I should just carry on and make saves in between. Right, one more try, you know. 3 mile scheepsrecht. Do it. And again, you know, no need to do that. It's just, you actually do this whole elaborate plan where you gather poison, and you, like, can arrange a meeting, and I wanted to do that, but the mission just kind of stops as soon as you get a key card you need. Instead, it doesn't let you do all that cool, you know, spy crap where you poison someone's tea. No, it just goes like, oh, you're done now. It even shows you the objectives like still on the map. You're just not allowed to do them. I'm sure the Soviets would be willing to bomb the headquarters to prevent critical secrets from being leaked. The Soviet response was... Well, like, the thing is more that, it isn't, like, the first time. There's, like, 3 or 4 moments you just, like, infiltrate a Soviet, you know, a Warsaw Pact country, basically. And the USSR response is like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm sure they wouldn't, like, the thing is, they could still say that the US used poison gas inside an attack and just say, oh, we managed to kill the infiltrators and they got away with nothing. You know, just lie about it. Because the thing is, you did do those things. You did use gas and committed war crimes. But that it's just in general, like, kind of story beats are just a bit weird. Oh, sneaky. There we go. We got to the end. But overall, it's pretty, like, the second to last story mission is positively amazing. Like, I don't know if you care about the story, so I'm not going to spoil anything here. But the design of it feels weird. Like you notice some really strange things. But then as you progress through the missions, you actually, it starts to unravel a bit. And then like the penny drops and you just the whole mission unravels into this insane psychedelic adventure that still makes sense. A couple of tanks on the Berlin border almost started nuclear mutual assured destruction. Weirdo literally invading the KGB didn't start anything. Exactly. Like there were what? Wait, you're here? Huh.
Hmm? Oh. Ah.
Yeah, so there's more moments like that. I remember like at least 4 or 5 times saying this would cause World War III, but sure. Nice song though. Do, 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 do. A beast beyond the divine four? What? There's another beast? Is there a fifth divine beast? Hey, roll credits.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Huh. Title drop. Yeah, we're done here. That was it, kids. Let's see, did I loot you? You're alive. No matter. Ah. I love getting shafts. But yeah, the game overall was actually just pretty enjoyable. I was thinking about maybe playing it again. Because they actually added another difficulty level. There were some things that I just didn't do yet. There were some extra um, collectibles that I missed, and some other stuff. That's another one of those things. Like the other Call of Duty games, they had collectibles, but they were always like random crap you'd find, like radios. But here, it actually makes sense. Like it's actually in-universe clues that you can find, which I like a lot about it. Maybe they did this with Modern Warfare. I didn't play it, the other one, so. I get the CIA being able to smuggle agents into Warsaw-Pact countries. Yeah, the KGB had plenty of agents, but starting massive shootouts and killing hundreds of troops just get brushed off like it's nothing. COD is just that stupid fun. Nothing makes sense if you think about it too hard. Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, the twist at the end, it's really dumb. It's incredibly dumb. But it's fun. Like, if you just, like, turn off that little, that bit, like, that suspension of disbelief, it is perfectly fun to do. Was that a Stal horse? It is. Huh. Yeah, so it has the whole game is like that. Like it started off really dumb but quite fun, and it just became dumber and dumber as the game progressed. But it had some fun references, for example, to the Call of Duty Black Ops 1. What? I can't aim? Great. Would you not? I don't want to get burned. You're gonna tongue me, aren't you? Just gonna. God, go away! Stop. Oh, do you want to paint that red door? Yeah, exactly. It's just like the game is really dumb, but it's just fun. Like the shootout stuff, it really makes little sense. Yeah, what's gonna happen? Just sort of all the brain not responsible for Twitch shooting, and you won't feel like smashing your head against the wall. Exactly. Like at a certain point, you infiltrate this truly massive Soviet training complex, like a massive bunker, the two of you. And then you don't even get discovered. You just, out of your own volition, decide to you out of your own volition decide to start shooting. It's like you what are you doing? Like, why in the Lord's name would you start this firefight against like 40 Spetsnaz? It's like, just because. Why not, you know? There we go. Thank you. And it makes for a really dumb escape shootout. But there's some other really fun stuff. Like, for example, at a certain point, you're playing as Mason, and you're going back to a location from Breath of the Wild. Sorry, from Breath of the Wild. From Black Ops 1. And you actually see, like, the red numbers flash in front of you. I really like that. You know, really dumb. There were some, you know, less fun, dumb moments, like whenever you had just a little fire. There are a few moments when you have a recurve bow, and you're like, okay, why do I have a bow? It's fun to use, but you know, it makes no sense. Oh, that was actually kind of lucky. Go back, go back, go back. No! Ah! I wanted to target and jump away, but I was too busy turning. The stars were also really good at their job. They felt very incompetent in the game. Yeah. Yeah, just in general. Like, oh, this guy gets up just as we enter to go to the bathroom. Let's just ignore that. But, you know, it's, again, it's dumb fun. And, like, the fact that the game actually had branching endings. Like, it genuinely surprised me that instead of just saying, oh, you did the wrong option, it's the end, they actually played through the entirety of, like, the bad ends. I loved it. Well, sorry, the good end, I mean. If you saw the stream, you would know why it was the good ending. Multiple endings was unexpected for a exactly. The thing is, it wasn't just like a Mass Effect different ending, you know, with like, oh, you get the yellow ending now, or the red ending. Well, I guess you kind of got the red and the blue ending, just in different ways. But the fact that they executed it well was such a surprise to me. Like, actual, like, oh, you actually have different levels you get to play. Let's not waste this here. There we go. Glory to Arstotzka. Sure, it's not a game like that, but, you know, the fact that there were even two endings was neat, and some subtle touches there as well. Like you could, when you played it, like the levels, for example, like oh the clear extra ending level was a lot smaller, but that's fine. Still really neat. And like having not puzzles, like genuine, sure they weren't extensive puzzles, but they were puzzles in a COD game. Like if you would have told me beforehand that you would be puzzling in a COD game, I'd call you stupid. Oh, it's a major test of strength at a quarter heart. um, okay, wait, it's a one-handed literator though. But it won't matter, right? Yeah, maybe, maybe don't do that. Like, actual, just like use your goddamn shield there. Yes. Or just like run. I think I could just do it with running to the side. There we go. That was easy. Easiest major test of strength I've ever done. Just no, I actually have an ancient battle axe, which is really nice. So I'm gonna drop a. There's 60. So I think I'll just drop. Yeah, they're 60. Spears are not good, but the shields are. They're 42. Yeah. Oh, they're actually 45. It's a shield up one. If you just shoot people and ignore all the mystery and puzzles, you can beat the campaign in 3 hours, though. Honestly, wasn't that much content, so multi-endings is less impressive, though. Did you play through the game yourself as well? Because I did play it on the... it's a button? What? What in the Lord's name is this? What? What is this? Oh, I think they realized, what that you were gonna do this with one-handed obliterator. There we go. No, but I have seen people do it. Their full playthroughs on Twitch, about 3 hours long. I think it took me a bit longer than that, of course, but I did. I did as much as I could, and I did like all the endings, and I did all the endings, and did it on the second highest difficulty. So that certainly did extend it. Yeah, I did everything. I did the extra levels. I did the puzzles. I'm pretty sure that on the lowest difficulty, you can just blast through the thing in 3 hours. I don't doubt it. The thing is, when I first started playing through it, I was saying it did feel short. It did have, not that many puzzles. Sorry, that many levels, I mean, and some of them were pretty short. Like, for example, the one where you... how did I get up there? For example, the one where you do the RCXD driving. Like, that's a really short level, I think. Do I need to freeze some? Because there's water here, but... Oh, there's just a ladder. I'm stupid. There we go. But the thing is, I would say that I wouldn't... Okay, it's been too long since I played another Call of Duty game, so I can't really say much about the actual quality. But I will say that it just felt pretty high quality. It feels like just a lot more effort was... The hell? Like, just a lot more effort was put into this game. I played Modern Warfare 1 with the remaster came out. I think it took 5 to 6 hours on the highest difficulty. I still haven't played that one again. What do you mean it does more damage than this thing? That's a doubt for me, kid. No! That's really cruel. The mid-air snipe. Means we have to do all of that over again, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. Wait, we still have the key? Is the button still depressed? It is. Huh. Wait. Oh, I think it's saved here. Yeah, it's saved when we got the key. Which means it's fine. Yeah. I don't recall much about the quality. The number is just less. There's just nothing I can say about that. Do I really miss it though? I don't know. Would I? No, I know. Thank you. No, too slow though with pressing the shield button. Not that it would have mattered. We would have been hit. We would have fallen down then anyway. Yeah, the quality feels better. I want to replay the Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign because I really like that game, and the remaster came out a while ago. Just haven't gotten around to it yet because it's also not on Steam, and it kind of annoys me that like all the old COD stuff is, but you know the newer stuff isn't because fucking Activision Blizzard. But you know, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, I pressed my shield button in time there, game. That's not an excuse. Like, would I recommend this Call of Duty game at $60? It really depends on what you want, because I really enjoy Zombies mod as well, and the multiplayer too. I'll probably stream both soon. Well, I'll probably stream them again. If you don't like either of them, there's really no reason. I wouldn't say the campaign alone is worth $60. You can get it in like Green Man Gaming for 53, a little bit less, I think. Would I say it's worth it then? Still not sure. At that point, I'd just say just wait a little bit. COD games aren't very known to go on a lot of sales, but they go on a sale. Wait, what? How did I hit you? Huh. Did I bump something into you? Interesting. Anyway, no matter. We're done here. If you want to play with someone else, it might be worth it, because I think Zombies mode could be pretty fun together. I know Baz was looking at the price at least, so maybe he was thinking about buying it. What are you? A Guardian Soul... Yeah, that... Oh my god, you're joking. You... I don't know what happened there. I genuinely have no idea. Because I wanted to press A to, like, jump. Ugh. Yeah, that was not... I think I just fat-fingered something there. Ah well, shouldn't take much time to redo. I felt like Cold War campaign didn't play like a traditional COD game, felt like a bit like a modern Splinter Cell. Yeah, I agree. I very much agree. I mentioned a few times I didn't feel like a Call of Duty game at all. Because you have like a ton of stealth sections. You had literal Hitman sections where you had to sneak around and like hide bodies. Like you literally had, oh, you have to hide the body in closets. Like I wasn't complaining per se, because it still felt like it was executed well. And that was the important part to me. I genuinely would have liked to see more like it. Like the combination of a well-executed stealth section with brain-dead shooting, I think that could work pretty well. But it was just, you know, not a lot of it. Like the whole bit in the KGB section, I would have loved to see more of that. Like some different objectives to do around that don't just involve killing people. Like solving a few small puzzles, maybe. Because the thing with Hitman is that you're never supposed to be there. Never. But here, you're actually supposed to be part of you doing clandestine things, basically. I would say the gameplay was bad, but it was a little... If I was a little COD fan picking up the game for the campaign, it would be... Yeah, I can agree there. I can very much see why one would say that. Because that's just basically true. Since we're gonna be climbing, I don't need cold resistant stuff either. The thing is, I can imagine that there's a few more things that little Timmy would or wouldn't care about. I felt like the Vietnam section was a bit meh. The first one, at least, could have been a little bit different. Especially because that really has been done before. Like some of the sections felt new, but that Vietnam section, that was literally, you know, this could have come out of literally any Call of Duty game, and it would not have been out of place. Well, you didn't like murder droves of civilians in NAMs? I just really wish they played Fortunate Son while doing it. You know, that would have completed the experience. Now, it was more that section in particular was just extremely uninspiring. You could argue that like the KGB sections were the same, but at least the idea there was different. Here it was literally just, oh yeah, we're in Nam and we're hunting down the spy, so we just we go all Fortunate Son on a village. I'm like sure. Sure, I haven't done this a billion times already. I really don't have to fight those bats. That was just being very annoying. Come on, go down there. that a chest or something? No, just some patch of ground. Why Nam and not the Korean War? Could have been very interesting if they were going to do some cell stuff. Yeah, like, exactly. There's just so many things they could have done there. There in particular. Because it's not like the rest of the game didn't have any of that. Like, sure, there were some other missions which were pretty uninspired. But it was an overall enjoyable experience. I guess a Ruskian and Ura Marine would look very out of place in Korea. The thing is, they could have easily, like that was another one of those things where, like, the backstory made little sense. Like, oh, I'm an ex... Because at the start, you could, like, choose what your backstory is. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll be an ex-KGB. Like, why is an ex-KGB person in Nam? Because the first time around, I wasn't sure if you were playing as Bell. Apparently you were. I didn't remember because I thought it was fine if you were just, like, you know, not Bell. But later on, like, you were with us in Nam. Like, what? Like, weren't I like a KGB? Why would you not eat something? Take a guess where we are. I think you should know. You've played this game, right? Have you? I don't know. Ooh! Yeah, exactly. We're on the other side in Nam. Yeah, that was a bit weird story-wise, but I could live with it. In the end, it made sense why you were there, because of course you were brainwashed. Well, we got one of them. We are using a special weapon that is one-hit KO and one-hit death. That's why we have a quarter heart. But why not? What? It's a video game. That's why, Worm. Maybe we're supposed to have to quit the KGB earlier, but I'm really down to 11 edge. Yeah, I very much doubt that as well, because it's fine. It's not very tedious at all. So isn't that kind of what games are about? Giving you challenge. Ugh, I really just like these keys though. There we go. I will save now though, because I don't want to do that again. But overall, I would recommend this game to a person who likes Call of Duty. If they... Okay, if they like Call of Duty and are like a super big, I want to shoot things and that's it fan, maybe not. Great, I thought that would actually take a little bit longer. There's, Breath of the Wild is meant to be played. Games are about having fun. Yeah, but I find fun in challenges. Like, kind of the point of video games that everyone can enjoy them in their own way. And also, a fun fact, stuff isn't mandatory. So, you don't have to do anything. Would you... Fine, okay, come closer. Take care of you. Okay, do that. What? Where did that come from? I think it was one of the bow guys in the back. Indeed, the discussion will go nowhere, which is why I made that comment. It's only a small section of the game. I kind of would like to keep the weapon, because it would be amazing as Lionel's, but I'm gonna do a rough guess and say we're gonna get it taken away after this. Ha! Nice. So move. Ah, okay, that's what we were. Yeah, that's what we were sniped by the ice guy. Funny video games are to make sure other people have as little fun as possible. Just going to random Twitch streams and say I've played this game for 1,000 hours. You're playing it wrong, and make sure to do it on the games that I've like just released, just to make sure everyone's as annoyed as possible. I am using the ×5 bow on purpose, because it doesn't actually. Oh come on, really? I thought it was he was a little bit further away, because it's just late. Because it doesn't actually cost extra arrows, so I just ring down fire. I primarily play multiplayer competitive games, but yeah, I'm having the most fun when my opponent is having the least fun. It's one of those weird threads that I've been seeing in like Call of Duty a lot. A lot of people were complaining about how casual it's been made. I can kind of understand that point with the new Call of Duty, because it's a lot easier to get stuff like kill streaks now. The thing also is that I don't really care. You know, I'm playing this casual game. Like, I don't really mind others having fun. I'll still dominate them and everything else, so... Did I get him? I did not. Nope! Oh, I was just a bit too slow when jumping to the side. Man. Whenever I play a competitive shooter, I almost feel like I want to play more CSGO, but then I remember the game sucks when you're not playing with a full stack. Because actually relying on your rando teammates to be competent is a fool's errand, to say the least. Man, imagine playing Slars in full screen, not wanting to tab out to mute Nitro for 2 hours. That's just because I'm just, I have such a sultry, smooth voice to listen to. It's, perfectly understandable you wouldn't want to tune out that. I hit the gunplay in Apex. Apex is alright. I've played it a bit, and I didn't really mind it that much, but... To say I... The thing is, I've just... There are so many... Okay, there we go. There are... Thank you. There are so many... whatchamacallit shooters out there. BRs. Just so many that Apex to me does not stand out enough, and I don't enjoy it like enough to play it more over other BRs. I played it a bit, I'm sure would get bullied by people for my aim. Yeah, we'll bully you for your aim. It's pretty funny when they're really bad. Is he behind me? No. Unironically, I enjoy the CS:GO BR more than Apex Legends. I just find the gunplay much more satisfying. So there was one more. There we go. Just don't stream a plausible liability. Man, I remember the CSGO BR streams with Suga and Funk. Back when Funk was still alive. Ah, those were the days. Sorry, mouse acceleration? That is disgusting. Why would anyone ever play with mouse acceleration turned on? I pride myself for having above average aim. I think I have above average aim. Like, I don't play like utter garbage. Because I was turned on by default and never turned it off. That is the most disgusting answer you could have given there, Alpha. Like, that's worse than I leave it on intentionally. Hey, C Fusion, if you want to play the CSGO BR or something, we could, I wouldn't mind. The thing with Siege is that so it actually does damage me, which makes sense. What BR? Oh god, I don't really care. I wouldn't mind playing the CSGO one, but we could also just like play that, you know, not the BR, just normally. I did, you know, Krebs wanted to play Siege, and I don't mind Siege. I'm not. It's not a, you know, super unenjoyable game. But it's a hero shooter, so it's super dependent on the classes and knowing what every single goddamn class does. And that is... Oh, come on, I didn't walk into that. Okay, I did walk into that, but I didn't want to. Siege is too tryhard. Kind of. It's that combined with the fact that there's no, like, casual mode to, like, get to know the gunplay, for example. Like in CSGO, you can just play the Babby mode, where you keep respawning, and you'll get a feel for aiming and the gunplay of the weapons. And there's nothing else to learn. But in Siege, you have all these different operators, each with, like, very unique abilities. And you need to know them. Like, there are hard counters, and there are extremely punishing things that you can do or can happen to you. And if you don't know why, it just feels like garbage. I am not against hero shooters in general, but I feel that Siege is not a good way to implement that. The way Siege did it is not a good way to implement them. It just has too high of a learning curve, and especially they keep adding on new operators, which is fine, but do like a seasonal thing. Rotate in and out operators, so for people to learn which operators they need to know is not that difficult. Because right now it is. Got him. I haven't played CS in a while. Don't know if I can aim in that game anymore. It's not that difficult. And the good thing about there's always like the super casual mode to play to get into it. And the thing about the BR especially is that it's doesn't really require, you know, super high grade aim. I would say 3/4 of the skill in that mode particular is just knowing positioning, just like being able to walk around and like, oh, I know the player is there, because you can very roughly know in what sector players are, and keep that in mind, and then know, okay, I expect a firefight here, I don't expect a firefight here, stuff like that. Is the CSGO BR actually good though? Never hear people talk about that, unlike Apex and Warzone. It's not as flashy and not the main mode, because like Apex, the thing with CS:GO is that it's really like, do you want to play a BR that has very normal weapons and it has a very small map? And Warzone is a lot more spectacular. Like, there's no giant rocket launchers you can get in the CS:GO BR, and I kind of like it. Like, it doesn't feel like you're. I think it's sorry. Ignore that. What I mean is that it's a lot less flashy, and I think that's why it's not spoken about as much. I don't know how many people play it. Um, but I would imagine there's enough to make it sort of active. It also doesn't help that it's like there's one map for it. Still, I don't think they added more. Um, but I like it, and it's gone. Oh, it's a shame. So what was the point of that? Wait, 4 orbs, colored? Are those abilities? Oh, they're right next to the divine beasts. Oh, are these like gonna be upgrades for the abilities? So what's the point of those? No clue. Never play. Oh yeah, you didn't. You didn't do that. New journey awaits. Oh, we reveals you and reach for a greater heights than ever before. Go heal. Won't matter. We are gonna go to Kakariko Village. We are gonna pray at a shrine, and we're gonna end the stream. And let's see. When I'll be back? I'll be back tomorrow because I'm gonna be playing Shadow's Patreon game, which is some really weird movie tie-in GameCube game. You'll forget all about that by the next stream. Well, I won't. It'll probably be marked in the quests, and of course it's marked on the map as well, so because I'm gonna leave this quest enabled. Anyway, yeah, gonna play a band movie tie-in tomorrow for sure. Steal your apples, thank you very much. Really? We did all the stuff? I really kind of hoped there was one more, but oh well. Yeah, so we're gonna play a bad movie tie-in. And I don't know what I'm gonna do Wednesday, because I have to ask Baz, but I think actually the new Halo is getting released. I think it was the 17th? Well, that's today. Well, Tuesday. You know what I mean. It's Halo 4 for PC. There we go. Actually got our new bar of health. Neat. Actually, do you have any for me? Oh yeah, the gate one. We already found it. I'm gonna see if she's anything new to say to us. I mean, no, they're still dead. Keep it in your pants, Max. No. No, I won't. It's your stream's still going. Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.